Why didn't I just say no? I should just have said no. Yeah, there was this young man I saw who often sold things on the way to church. Pure water, newspaper, odds and bits like that. And one day I asked him what the level of his education was, and he told me, that he was supposed to have done his GC and JAMB, but he didn't have money, and that's why he hadn't done it. So promptly I said, all right, when the next set to do GC and JAMB comes up, let me know and I'll see what I can do. So he did inform me, and I told him I would get him money to be able to pay and do those exams. But on the day I was to give him the money, after I got the money together, I just realized I was so uneasy. I was irritable. Even on my way to give him the money, I was snapping at people, and I was asking myself, Dale, what's wrong with you? I didn't know why I was feeling that way. I thought the right thing for me to do was to halt and pause and ask, look within myself and find out what was going on. But I was too dedicated to saying yes to myself because I wanted to be the good man. I had told him I was going to give him money and I just didn't want to stop, but I felt something was wrong. Anyhow, eventually I got to him, gave the money to him, even in anger. He probably didn't notice that anyway, and I left. And I expected that I shouldn't be seeing him on the road any longer. I should prepare for his exams and all that. And for a few days, I didn't see him. But after a while, I noticed that anytime he saw me, he would tilt his face away or turn his back to the road. And I just ignored it and moved on. Some months later, an older woman in church called and said she wanted to see me because one young man had come to her asking that she should speak with me and help ask for forgiveness from me. And she asked him why. She said, because I gave him money to do his JAMB and GC, but he didn't really need the money. He lied to me, so he just spent the money and he never did this JAMB and GC. The woman asked, rather, that I should please forgive him. And I said, well, it's forgiven. But after I left her, I found it a bit difficult to forgive myself because I sensed something was wrong, but I just didn't say no to my urge to still give him the money. Many times we have run into different types of situations that have been unhealthy, that have been unsavory, that have been bitter, just because we didn't say no. Can you imagine how your life would have turned out if only you had said no to that habit that's become an addiction today? Or to that poor friendship? Or to that terrible business decision that you made? Or to that toxic relationship? If only you had said no, your life would have been so different. Things would have been so different for you. Progress would have been better made. Why do we find it so difficult to say no? Oh, I love to help people. I love to support people. But long ago, I realized that I am not God. If I do not help you, God can raise so many other people to help you, especially when I think I shouldn't. Many of us keep saying yes when we actually should say no. Many of us have been bruised and hurt, have been confused, and have run into trouble in life just because we found it difficult to say no. The same way you say yes is the same way you can say no. And please, anytime you are convinced that you should say no, please say it with your full chest. Be confident and comfortable in yourself when you say no. In fact, one of the things I try to tell my children is, if you are not sure whether to say yes or no, say no first. Let's see what will happen. You won't die. The heavens won't fall. At least it will give you enough time to review your decision so that if you then eventually have to say yes, you would have thought of it properly. Many of us need to learn that it is not too hard to say no. You think it's difficult? Okay, let's do it together. 1, 2, go. No.